I'm staring at a bank statement that shows I've spent $1,543.21 on interest alone in the past year, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around how I let that happen. That's more than I paid for my last vacation, and it's all just gone into the pockets of credit card companies. I'm not alone in this. Millions of people are paying thousands of dollars in interest every year, without even realizing it. You're probably one of them, and that's why I want to share with you how I finally started taking control of my finances using a simple technique called zero-based budgeting. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to track every dollar you earn, without losing your mind in the process. I've seen people like Amanda, a 32-year-old freelance writer, who paid off $27,000 in debt using this exact method on a salary of just $40,000 per year. She did it in 24 months, and I want to show you how you can achieve similar results. First, let's talk about what zero-based budgeting actually is. It's a way of budgeting where every single dollar you earn is assigned a job, whether that's paying off debt, saving for an emergency fund, or just covering your daily expenses. It's not about depriving yourself of things you enjoy, but about being intentional with your money, so you can achieve your goals faster. Now, I know what you're thinking. This all sounds great, but how do I actually start? Well, the first step is to track every single transaction you make for 1 month. Yes, every coffee, every restaurant meal, every single thing you buy. You can use a budgeting app, a spreadsheet, or even just a notebook, whatever works best for you. The key is to get a clear picture of where your money is going, so you can start making changes. For example, let's say you earn $4,000 per month, and you want to save $1,000 of that for a down payment on a house. You'd start by assigning $1,000 to your savings goal, and then work backwards from there, figuring out how much you can afford to spend on everything else. It's not always easy. I've had months where I've had to make some tough choices, like skipping a night out with friends, or cooking at home instead of ordering takeout. But the payoff is worth it. Every time you make a sacrifice, you're one step closer to achieving your goals. Now, I want to ask you, what's the biggest debt you're currently facing? Is it credit card debt, student loans, or something else? Drop your answer in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to help you get started on your own zero-based budgeting journey. You're not alone in this. Millions of people are struggling with debt, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. But it's time to take control and start building the financial future you deserve. If you're ready to get started, hit like. It tells me to keep making content like this, and to share more of my own personal finance journey with you. And if you know someone who's struggling with debt, send them this video. It could be the wake-up call they need to start making a change. In my next video, I'll be sharing how to use the debt avalanche method to pay off high-interest debt even faster. It's a game changer, and I want to make sure you're the first to know about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. The concept of zero-based budgeting can be applied to various aspects of your life, not just your finances. For instance, you can use it to manage your time more effectively. Let's say you have 160 hours available in a month, and you want to allocate 40 hours to learning a new skill, 60 hours to working on your primary job, and 30 hours to spending time with family and friends. By assigning a specific task to each hour, you can ensure that you're making the most of your time and prioritizing what's truly important. Another example is a couple, Alex and Maddie, who were able to pay off $15,000 in credit card debt in just 18 months using zero-based budgeting. They earned a combined income of $80,000 per year and were able to allocate 20% of their income towards debt repayment. By doing so, they were able to save $4,000 in interest payments and achieve financial freedom. It's also essential to consider the 50/30/20 rule when creating your zero-based budget. This rule suggests that 50% of your income should go towards necessary expenses like rent, utilities, and groceries, 30% towards discretionary spending like entertainment and hobbies, and 20% towards saving and debt repayment. By following this rule, you can ensure that you're striking a balance between enjoying your life today and building a secure financial future. For example, if you earn $5,000 per month, you should aim to allocate $2,500 towards necessary expenses, $1,500 towards discretionary spending, and $1,000 towards saving and debt repayment. By doing so, you can create a budget that is both realistic and achievable. In addition to using zero-based budgeting, it's also crucial to understand the concept of opportunity cost. This refers to the value of the next best alternative that you give up when you choose to spend your money on something. For instance, if you choose to spend $1,000 on a vacation, the opportunity cost might be the $1,000 you could have saved towards your emergency fund or invested in a retirement account. To illustrate this concept, let's consider a scenario where you have two options: spending $500 on a new smartphone or allocating that money towards a debt repayment. By choosing to spend the money on the smartphone, you're giving up the opportunity to pay off $500 worth of debt, which could have saved you $100 in interest payments over the next year. It's also important to note that zero-based budgeting is not a one-size-fits-all approach. What works for someone else may not work for you, and it's essential to tailor your budget to your unique financial goals and circumstances. For example, if you're self-employed, you may need to budget for irregular income and expenses, while someone with a fixed salary may be able to allocate their income more predictably. Moreover, zero-based budgeting can help you develop a long-term perspective on your finances. By focusing on your financial goals and creating a budget that aligns with them, you can make progress towards achieving financial independence. For instance, let's say you want to retire by the age of 60 and need to save $1 million to do so. By creating a zero-based budget that allocates a significant portion of your income towards retirement savings, you can ensure that you're on track to meet your goal. In terms of implementation, it's essential to use the right tools to track your expenses and stay on top of your budget. You can use budgeting apps like Mint or You Need a Budget, in app, to categorize your expenses and set financial goals. Alternatively, you can use a spreadsheet to track your income and expenses and create a budget that works for you. Ultimately, the key to successful zero-based budgeting is to be consistent and patient. It may take some time to get used to tracking every single transaction and allocating your income towards specific goals. However, by sticking to your budget and making adjustments as needed, you can achieve financial stability and build a brighter financial future. It's also worth noting that zero-based budgeting can help you avoid lifestyle inflation, which occurs when your spending increases as your income rises. By allocating your income towards specific goals and prioritizing what's truly important, you can avoid the temptation to overspend and ensure that your money is working towards your long-term objectives. For example, let's say you receive a 10% raise at work, which translates to an extra $500 per month. Instead of using that money to upgrade your lifestyle, you could allocate it towards your emergency fund, debt repayment, or retirement savings. By doing so, you can create a safety net and build wealth over time. In conclusion, zero-based budgeting is a powerful tool that can help you achieve financial stability and build a brighter financial future. By allocating every single dollar towards a specific goal and prioritizing what's truly important, you can create a budget that is both realistic and achievable. Remember to be consistent, patient, and flexible, and don't be afraid to make adjustments as needed. With time and practice, you can master the art of zero-based budgeting and achieve financial freedom. You can also use zero-based budgeting to plan for large purchases, such as a down payment on a house or a new car. By allocating a specific amount each month towards your goal, you can ensure that you have enough money set aside when the time comes. For instance, if you want to buy a house that costs $200,000, you may need to save $20,000 for a down payment. By allocating $500 per month towards your down payment fund, you can reach your goal in just 40 months. Additionally, zero-based budgeting can help you avoid financial stress and anxiety. By having a clear picture of your finances and knowing exactly where your money is going, you can feel more in control and confident about your financial situation. This can lead to a reduction in stress and anxiety, and an overall improvement in your well-being. It's also important to note that zero-based budgeting is not just about cutting back on expenses, but also about investing in yourself and your future. By allocating money towards personal development, education, and skills training, you can increase your earning potential and achieve your long-term goals. For example, if you're interested in pursuing a new career, you may need to invest in courses or training programs to develop the necessary skills. By allocating a specific amount each month towards your education fund, you can ensure that you have the resources you need to achieve your goals. In terms of budgeting for irregular expenses, such as car maintenance or property taxes, it's essential to create a separate fund for these types of expenses. By allocating a specific amount each month towards your irregular expense fund, you can ensure that you have enough money set aside when these expenses arise. For instance, if you own a car, you may need to budget for annual maintenance costs, such as oil changes and tire rotations. By allocating $50 per month towards your car maintenance fund, you can ensure that you have enough money set aside when these expenses come up. Ultimately, the key to successful zero-based budgeting is to be intentional with your money and prioritize what's truly important. By allocating every single dollar towards a specific goal and avoiding lifestyle inflation, you can achieve financial stability and build a brighter financial future. Remember to stay consistent, patient, and flexible, and don't be afraid to make adjustments as needed. With time and practice, you can master the art of zero-based budgeting and achieve financial freedom. You can also use zero-based budgeting to plan for retirement. By allocating a specific amount each month towards your retirement fund, you can ensure that you have enough money set aside to maintain your standard of living in retirement. For example, if you want to retire at the age of 65 and need to save $1.50,